Okay, guys, so I guess you can call this like a pantry, but it's really not. It's just my closet. So this is where I'm keeping my backup items, stuff that I don't have room for in my regular cabinet or refrigerator. Um, Again, I live in New York. I'm limited on space. I don't have a ginormous kitchen. I don't live in a house. I live in an apartment. So this is just what I bought for my family. I am a mother of one. I have a young son, and I do also buy food for my mom. Meaning I don't buy food for her, but like I buy food and we all eat together. I cook for her. She does live very close to me. So I guess you can say I'm shopping for three. All right, so I'll just go over like some of the items in here and tell you what I think is essential, what I think you should always have on hand, and always buy extra of when you're food shopping when there isn't a pandemic and it's just a regular day. So let's start up here. I know people are gonna probably have questions like, why'd you buy all those cups? I didn't buy all those cups recently. That's actually from a year ago, from his first birthday party. I bought a huge pack of cups from Costco, and yeah, they're still there. I have for like his second, third, fourth, and fifth birthday party I have cups for, so that's why that's there. And then that's just my backup little decor item. Anyways, all right, so toilet paper, diapers. Before all this happened, well, not before all this happened, before there was a confirmed case in the US and it was still technically in China, I started shopping and I started adding to my stockpile. A stockpile that I did not have. I started creating a stockpile. Let's call it what it is. Because I knew it was coming. So before everybody went toilet paper crazy, I bought a pack of toilet paper from Target. And then here, sorry, I know it's dark in here. Here is my extra toilet paper. This is just like all my toilet paper. Obviously doesn't fit in one spot. So I have my paper goods down here. I have toilet paper, tissues, like to blow your nose, and paper towel. You can't see, it's hard to see, but there's like a bunch of rolls shoved in there. So I'm gonna say when you're shopping on a regular day, there's no emergency, there's no nothing, always keep backup of these items in your home. Even when there's not an emergency, I'm not the type of person that's like, oh, I'm down to one roll of toilet paper, I need to buy more. No, I always have backup, and you should too. So I would say always have backup of toilet paper, Bounty, and get the Bounty. Don't get the cheap shit, because it doesn't work. Let's be real. And if you have a kid, always have backup of diapers. You just never know. So I normally use Pampers Swaddlers and Huggies pull-ups, but I bought 2 backups of regular Huggies diapers just to have, you never know. Here, these are not backup items. This is just where I keep my oil and like my larger items that tend to be messy. Ketchup, oil, and syrup. I don't like to keep those in my cabinet because they get sticky and gross and I don't want to ruin my cabinets. But yeah, so here I have my detergent. Now, I guess you can say this is always good to have backup of. You're always gonna have to wash clothes, and you know, it's just good to like keep those on hand. So that's like my laundry stuff there. And here, this is also a good item to have on hand. This is oat milk. Yeah, that's my garbage. This is oat milk. It has a long shelf life. I believe this expires July of 2020. Once you open it, you do have to refrigerate it. I just thought it was good to have on hand, and I got this from Target. I know Dollar Tree also sells shelf stable milk, so you can do that too. It's up to you. Here I have some beef jerky. Now this is more like if the world is really ending type shit. And I did see this on a channel called Flav City. I'll link it down below. He posted a video about like what are the good foods to have in case of an emergency, and this was one of them. Not this brand, but this is just what I got from Target. So what else? Here I got some fig bars I thought were good. Stuff that like has a long shelf life and can last a long time. Here I got some oatmeal, so you just add water to. Okay, so let's make our way down here. Sorry, I know it's really, really dark, but oil, always good to have backup oil. Drinks, any type of your favorite drink, always keep on hand, because mofo, being in the house and not having soda or Snapple, I'm fucking dying. So I finally went shopping and I got some Snapple. The other one is in the fridge. And yeah, I got the powdered 4C from Costco because I thought, you know what, that could last me a long time. And even though it's not Snapple, it's just really easy. Like, you just add water. So that's why I got that. Oh, and then cases of water. I have 4 on hand right now. Do I need them? No, because our water supply is fine. Is it good to have? Yes, because you never know. So I'm not drinking from these water bottles. I'm not even using them. I'm acting like they don't exist. I just want to keep them on hand. I think going forward, I always want to have at least 2 cases of bottled water in my little stockpile here. Okay, so here, I don't know if you can see. Okay, here I have some rice. This is just some of the rice that I have. I have a few other bags that I'll show you later. Good stockpile item. Tuna fish. Very good to have on hand. This here is like a fruit pouch kind of thing. I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool and something good to have on hand. When it expires... Oh, let's see. This is good until 2021. So this is a great item to have on hand. And okay, don't laugh at me, but I have a gajillion and 1 cans of beans. When all this shit started, so I place delivery, like orders for food on my Shipped app, which they shop at Target for me and they deliver it to my house. So when all this shit started going down, I was like, fuck this. I ordered like 40 cans of beans, and they didn't even have all the 40 cans of beans that I ordered. So I only got like 20 something cans. There would have been twice as much beans in my pantry if they were in stock. So I just went batshit crazy with beans because, hey, you never fucking know. Okay. Here I have some Powerade. I like Gatorade. They didn't have Gatorade, so I bought Powerade. I like to have this on hand. It's just what I like. You get what you like. I got some cake mix and some cake batter. Some frosting. Good to have on hand. Long shelf life. And some ramen. If anyone is curious, these shelves are from IKEA. And they're amazing. I highly, highly recommend them. This closet would not be as functional as it is if I did not have these shelves. You don't have to use it for food. You can use it for anything. Tools, freaking, I don't know, decor pieces, seasonal storage, makeup, whatever it is. They're freaking amazing and so sturdy. So I highly recommend them. Oh, and you can like shorten it. You can change the shelf heights. You can adjust it. And then I bought this little attachment. It's like a little hook shelf. You could put like a bunch of them on the side if you wanted. It's amazing. I highly recommend them. So again, these are just ideas of what to keep on hand or what to buy when something like this is happening. So there I have some Cheerios. I always have Cheerios. Peanuts are good to have. I have some bagels here, which I'm actually going to separate. I'm gonna like basically cut this bag in half, right? So I'm gonna take half of these bagels and freeze them because you can freeze bread and bagels, so that's what I'm gonna do. And then here you gotta have snacks. Like, I have to have sweet stuff. I will freaking die if I don't have snacks. So these are my favorite cookies. Oh my god, I love them. Pound cake, brownies, whatever you like, make sure you get, because you don't want to be completely miserable. Okay. And up here, I have my chips. I have some Lay's tortillas and some cheese balls, because why not? Okay, freezer items. So my freezer does not look like this on a regular basis. I'll tell you that much, because I don't do big food shoppings. Like, I'll shop for the week, maybe for 2 weeks, and that's it. But because of the situation at hand, I have been motherfucking shopping like crazy. Again, I placed a lot of these orders before all this happened, so it's not like it came here and then I was like, gotta run out. No, I feel like I was kind of prepared, so I'm actually really proud of myself. Anyways, so I got some frozen fruit, which is always good to have on hand. You just never know. And my son likes strawberries, so in the event that I cannot buy him fresh strawberries, I have some frozen strawberries. Frozen broccoli, I have plenty of it. My son loves broccoli, so make sure you buy frozen vegetables. Those are always really good to have. Croissant rolls, I have spinach pies, bread. Make sure you freeze your bread to make it last longer. Also, I have some, I don't eat lean cuisine, but it was on clearance at Target, so I just like ordered one, whatever. Amy's, anything Amy's is really good. They have organic, very good ingredients, so it's good to have if you're home and you can't cook for whatever reason. These are good and healthy options. So of course you're gonna have your meat. I have my sausages for my son. Got a little thing of Hot Pockets. Don't judge me. I got this. It's like a frozen, orange juice maker thing, like a concentrate. I thought it would just be good to have in the freezer. So basically you want to stock your freezer with stuff that freezes well. Frozen vegetables, meat, frozen food, bread. You can freeze butter, you can freeze cheese. Get yourself some ice cream while you're at it. There's more stuff behind all this stuff that you can't see, but basically you just want to make sure that you have stuff that's going to last a long time, because you can go out right now and buy all this fresh fruits and vegetables, but they're only going to last a few days. And if you have to beat in the house, you want to make sure you can pull from the freezer, thaw it out, and it's still kind of fresh and healthy. So definitely try to stock up that freezer. Okay, as you all know, canned goods are your best friend when you can't leave the house, when you can't buy fresh foods, when you're in a pinch and you can't afford fresh foods or whatever the case may be. You always want to make sure you have backup stuff. It's not ideal to be eating a lot of this stuff. I understand. I'm not saying that I'm healthy in any way. It's just always good to have backup to your backup, if anything. Also, make sure you have enough Tabasco. Yeah. Okay, so let's start with seasoning. Make sure you always have your favorite seasonings on hand. That just goes without say. Your basic salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, your favorite sauce, and whatever it is. In case you're wondering, yes, I use a lot of Goya tomato sauce, so I racked up. These are just one of my staple items. They're about like 45 cents a can or 50 cents a can. Rack up on those. You'll be surprised what you can do with tomato sauce. Vienna sausages, always good to have. I don't eat them, but they're good to have. I don't know, that makes sense. I got a can of corned beef today. Let me tell you something. I fucking love corned beef, and I have not had this shit in mad years. And I'm gonna eat it tomorrow for breakfast, okay? So, yeah. Here I have soups. It's always good to have canned soups. Cannot go wrong with that. Got some breadcrumbs. Again, long shelf life. It can help just add to your meal. So if you have chicken cutlets, let's say, and you want to bread your chicken cutlets, it'll give it that extra flavor, that extra oomph, you know. Even if you have eggplant, you want to bread the eggplant and fry it. That's a good idea too. Make for a really good meal. Here I have some macaroni and cheese and stovetop stuffing. My son doesn't really eat this stuff. Like, he's very hit or miss with his eating. I can't call it, and it's very frustrating sometimes, but I buy it anyways because I just feel like it's good to have on hand. Here's more rice that I have behind all this. Peanut butter. I want to make sure you have peanut butter. That's very good to have on hand. More tuna fish and more beans. I don't like frozen green beans. I like green beans out of a can, so that's why I buy those in a can. Okay, moving up here, I have some of my baking goods, which I don't bake, but whatever. I got sugar, flour, some pancake mix, my baking soda, baking powder, not that I bake. I have pasta. Pasta, as you know, is a item that you always want to have on hand. Keep in mind, you do not have to buy the name brand. You don't. If it's not on sale, buy the off brand. It's totally fine. It's fucking pasta. It's the same shit. Crushed tomatoes, tomato puree, and I have a jar of peeled tomatoes in the back. Amazing to keep on hand. You're gonna want to always have that. You can make a nice pot of sauce, throw some chicken in it, some pork, whatever it is. It'll be amazing. Again, more pasta, and always have extra of the stuff you use a lot. I use a lot of sofrito, and I like my taco sauce, so I have my extra up there. And I had to stand on a chair because look how freaking high up my cabinet goes to the ceiling. It is ridiculous. I can't even, like, okay. This is me reaching, like, so high. Also, just one more thing. I think it's important to keep stuff like paper plates. I don't keep plastic forks and knives. I probably should, but I don't have any. Always good to keep paper plates, the aluminum trays. The aluminum trays like this, they're always good to have. Not because it's like the apocalypse, but just because I don't fucking feel like cleaning a big ass pan. I actually don't own a big pan because of the cleaning shit. Like, I can't, don't bother me with a dirty ass big ass pan. I just want to be done with it, toss it, and I have to look at it. So it's just always good to have stuff like this for trying times when you just don't have the energy. So